Hey everyone, Stacks here. I got a preview for Excalibur number 5, and of course this is Tini Howard. You got Marcus Tote on the art, and this issue has the potential to actually have some real excitement in it. If you remember at the end of Excalibur 4, Jubilees baby Shogoo, who when was in the Otherworld, became a dragon, blew dragon fire all over the place, which apparently isn't a good idea. I didn't realize that, but apparently it burns a hole between the realms, basically. And I have to admit, when I was saying, hey, you got a dragon, you go in with full shock and awe, and you burn the heck out of everything. So I guess I would have probably just burned a hole in between the worlds just faster. But because of all of this that's happened, the beings from the other world are able to start passing through into this world. And so you have all these beasts showing up all across the globe. And the Coven of Aqaba is using this to say, look, this was caused by Captain Britain, the new Captain Britain, and her complete inexperience. I mean, they're just taking this opportunity to roll Brian Braddock right under the bus. Something else that occurred at the end of number 4 was, of course, you have this portal open, and you have all these monsters, dragons, everything, not dragons, I guess they wouldn't have more dragons because they would have burned the hole through previously, but all these beasts coming through, and you have Apocalypse sitting there on the lighthouse. Oh, and I hope we're gonna have, just give me a couple 2-page spreads of Apocalypse just putting in work on these things. Man, that would be so awesome. Just give me some good Apocalypse action. And apparently Rogue's coming back as well. She wakes up, and he actually makes a comment to her about how she understands this because she's been working since the beginning, haven't we? So, very interesting to see where they're going with Rogue and her character development in this. Now's the part of the show where I try to read the entire intro page without screwing up. Ready? Go. The Veil Between Worlds. With her brother Brian possessed by an evil sorceress, Brian Braddock has become Captain Britain and must bear the weight of all that name entails. Rogue has been trapped in a mysterious floral stasis, and while Apocalypse has been playing nice, Gambit sees evil lurking beneath the veneer of magic. Jubilees' fear for the safety of her son Shogoo were relieved when he transfigured into a dragon in Otherworld. But that relief disappeared when the team learned that his dragon fire dissolved the fragile barrier between Otherworld and their own world. Now there's nothing to stop all kinds of mystical beasts from coming through. Nothing but Excalibur. I think I may start doing that for all my previews. Just one take. If I screw it up, I just gotta live with it, and you guys have to laugh at me for not being able to read. Anyways, this issue, you're gonna have Gambit, Rogue, Rictor, Jubilee, Brian Braddock, Apocalypse, and Pete Wisdom. Alright, so the preview itself starts in London, where you have this four-headed whatever just blowing. It sure seems like a dragon. It just seems like a four-headed dragon. I'm gonna have to call some shenanigans here. But it's blowing fire all over the place, but I guess it's not green fire, so it doesn't burn holes through realms anymore. Anyways, Betsy is following Peter Wisdom as he's heading back to his apartment, actually, you find out. And he's telling her, look, your job isn't to protect me. And the dialogue and the banter back and forth between them is actually pretty funny, because he's flirting with her the whole time. For instance, here, he's talking about, hey, yeah, take me up there, it's my place. And she kind of gives a ugh, I'd have dropped you for that. And he says, these aren't my ideal circumstances for bringing you back to my place either, love. The thing he reveals here is that he can see a Krakoan gateway from his flat. Of course, I guess Captain Britain's going to head through that. It doesn't say exactly what her plan is to go to Krakoan and get help and bring it back. But Peter Wisdom says he's not going, even though the offer here is pretty funny, because she's gonna fly over there, and she just says, well, climb aboard, and he's like, well, any other time perhaps, but I have to stick around. From there, the preview jumps to Rogue, who is in this dream world that we saw Brian Braddock in earlier when she and the rest of the team were sleeping inside the lighthouse. And she's wandering around, she's asking, hello, anyone, am I dead? And is this hell? And says, because if it is, it's really pretty. And then the same fire dog that showed up in Brian Braddock's dream shows up, and she's like, well, it can't be hell, because all dogs go to heaven kind of thing. It's definitely all dogs go to heaven reference. You guys know it is. And he seems like a friendly fella, and he takes off down towards these rocks, whatever it is. Looks like possibly Stonehenge down at the bottom of the hill or whatever. But that's it. That's the end of the preview, guys. So if you hate the bantery, back and forth, flirty dialogue, you may not like this issue. But it honestly looks like this is kind of the put up or shut up issue for Excalibur. If this does not have an adequate amount of excitement, given everything that's going on, then it's not going to happen in the series. You can usually make your mind up in the first 6 issues of the series to see whether or not it's going to be worth sticking on. A lot of times you can figure out before then, but 6 is usually an absolute determination factor. If you didn't like it after 6, you should stop and save your money. But this issue has a lot of build up. I'm really excited to see what's going on with Apocalypse. Don't forget that Gambit and Rictor are still down in the caves with the druids. Gambit just fell off into some abyss. Also, I think throughout the whole month they're doing the 40th anniversary of the Dark Phoenix saga variants, and for this one you have a pretty awesome Dark Phoenix variant to check out. Anyways, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. That way you get all these previews and everything as soon as they drop. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course comment down below. Is this something you are picking up next week? Is this on your pull list? Let me know below, guys. Thanks for watching. That's all I got. Real Comic Stacks out.